My name is Peter Siegert, and yes, you said I'm responsible for this green mobility theme, more like a key account than a vice president, but it sounds better. Energiewende on four wheels. Energiewende is one German word worldwide known, or Germany is worldwide known for that, like Angst or like kindergarten, and maybe we can make it better in the next years since the last. I will give you a short introduction to Mitsubishi, where we are and where we came from and what are we looking for in the next years. And Mitsubishi Motors is only a short part. Mitsubishi Corporation is one of the biggest corporations in the world. Other brands like Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, Electric, or also Bank of Tokyo and Nikon. I see the camera here is also from Mitsubishi, but it's not named as. And we are only responsible for Mitsubishi Motors and for Mitsubishi Motors in Germany. This is a big experience in the next years because we come from four-wheel driving, 12 times winner of Paris-Dakar, and we're going to electromobility, electrify the cars. It's a long way, but we started it very early. There's a big business plan, and the car outside, or the first one I will show you in one picture. These are only the first steps in this way. The plan is to bring out with the next model changes and the next faceliftings every car as a plug-in hybrid or a full electric car. How far the battery technology is, and this is nice for us because one of the important part of the car, the battery, comes from Germany next time, because we have a cooperation with Bosch in Stuttgart, the Lithium Energy and Power GmbH. I think the rest is four wheels and a little bit nice seats and car. The important thing is the battery, and everyone is waiting for high up the capacity to get more range. Maybe we don't need more range every day, but we are calling for. And there's another cooperation in planning where we are talking about in Japan. It's Mitsubishi with, what happened? With Nissan, because Nissan, you heard before, is the number one in electric sales cars, nearly 180,000 cars in the world, and we are actually number two. And so maybe it makes sense to get together because we have the same protocols, the same systems, the same language. Where we come from, it's a long history, like other companies, but I think the important thing is to make and not to talk all the day. And 2005, the story of the iMIF, we don't want to hear that word no more in Germany, because MIF in German is like smells, so it's not very clever to call a car like this, but we have a better car in Spain. It's more difficult than that. You know the iMIF, also called as a C0 or Peugeot Eon. There are three different models since 2009 in Japan, so it's a long time, and we can talk about, if this question comes again, how looks the battery after 6 years? And it's no problem. Everyone's thinking it's must happening something. Everyone is waiting to Tesla. What's happening with the battery? There's nearly 1% every year we are losing of the original capacity. So it doesn't matter actually, including also DC charging. And 2013, the plug-in hybrid Outlander comes as a full-wheel drive car standing out there, and you can see some small pictures of the future. The IAA is standing, and the next cars are coming. We have a world premiere. I don't know. I only know there's a place for a new electric car, and the second plug-in hybrid is coming. So it's a strategy, and not only for alibi. And I think it's not only to reduce the carbon of the cars for the balance in the next years. So it's a strategy. Short, and then we are finished in that, but it's important to look at the cars, and that's what we're standing for. This is the formerly known as IMEV. This is the electric vehicle, and it's good for car sharing. It's also known in the fleet of Multicity, of Linkster, and different others, Cambio, and CC Unirent is also using one Nissan and one EV. And the important thing is the second part. It's included the discharging function. After Mark Huttling from Nissan, it's not a new story for you. Maybe I can tell you a little bit the story in a different way, but it's the same story, I think. And this one is a plug-in hybrid Outlander. Actually, it's closer to a normal car, because you have this normal gasoline you can use, and you can also use 50 kilometers, and this is a daily range for the most, nearly 85% of the daily driven range. So it's enough to drive it in a plug-in hybrid. Must be a bigger car like this one. Maybe we bring out a smaller car in the next years, but it's the most selling plug-in hybrid in Europe, actually, because it's a nice car combining this daily full electric drive, this four-wheel drive, big space, maybe for older people to get in a normal way inside, or not much importanter to come out of the car. We have this demographic change in Germany, so it's important to look at the cars. But both cars are bidirectional loading, and maybe this storage on four wheels, it is a chapter only in German, but this storage on four wheels maybe can look like this. I hope we can make some better cars. Maybe it looked like this. And this is the origin of microgrid, maybe smart grid, and very important, autarky. So please, this is not a scene we don't want to see anymore, but in Japan you live every day with the possible next catastrophe is coming. So in a big city like Tokyo, 40 million people nearly, you can wait for the next catastrophe and the next blackout. And it's very easy to think, what do we do with the storage in the car? Why don't we use it for our house or for different products, and to come over the day or to come over the week? Like a plug-in hybrid, you can refill always the battery with a generator, so you are able to take 2 weeks or 3 weeks without any electricity. And this was a test project in 2000, and that's 4 years ago, 2011. Nissan and Mitsubishi used cars to regulate normal civilization, because they give the engine or the electricity to the ampoules, and but we want such bad pictures. We want such nice pictures, maybe like marketing seems how our clients look like, and it's so much important that we combine the electric cars with the renewable energy, with solar and photovoltaic systems. My speech is, it doesn't make any sense to use the normal mix of electricity in Germany, because it's getting better and better in the last years because of the changing mind. This is very important to use renewable energies for the electric mobility, for the daily range, but maybe we can reuse it if we don't drive. Maybe the second car doesn't drive 1 hour a day, maybe less. So small introduction at the Intersolar exhibition. This one was not a new chapter, but to give you a little view what is happening with the storage market. If you use a photovoltaic system without any storage, you get 30% for your own. But if you use a photovoltaic system with a storage, with any kind of storage, it could be a stationary storage, it could be a mobile storage, you can put the electricity in parts of the day where you need the electricity for your house. And this is more than the own consumption at the day, because you bring it to the night. It's a normal story with a storage. But actually, everyone says a storage is a big market. This is a big hall at a special Intersolar exhibition in Munich. Everyone is talking about storages. Everyone bring out storages like Tesla, BMW, Daimler. But it's more money to use a storage for the house. But maybe the storage can stand in the garage. And this is our way to think, maybe to come cross from another side to think how long we stay. We stay at home, we stay at work, we stay every day 23 hours, most of us. Me not, but most of us. So this normal house looks like maybe this. It's a perfect story, because we want to start this story with perfect clients and perfect houses. There's a normal photovoltaic system, nearly 6 kilowatt peak on the roof, and normal house needs 10 kilowatt hours a day, 6 per day, 4 in the nights. And as a second car, our iMIV, our electric vehicle, it normally needs 10,000, 12,000 kilometers a year. That makes nearly 50 kilometers a day. So if you look at the consumption, I missed this word, it's consumption, you need 6 kilowatt per hour for this daily range, not more. You can refill it every night normally, but maybe we don't refill the battery in the night because we refill this battery or we give this electricity to the house. The storage in the car to drive is 60 kilowatt, and 12 of them we bring out if you want it, maximum 12. So maybe a normal day in Germany starts like every day in the world at the morning. We stand up, took the car, I search for second driving users, second cars. We come back middle of the day, 12, 11, 1 p.m. nearly. We used at that time nearly 6 kilowatt per hour from 16. Then we put the car on a bidirectional loading station, not a normal loading station where can you load a car. It's just a bidirectional, that is both ways in one system, and can recharge the battery till the night. When the sun is going over and we need also electricity for the night, you can use this engine on a perfect day for the night, and this is nearly 4 kilowatt per hour, so you aren't full at the morning, but you don't have to, because you only need nearly 50 kilometers a day to come back to your home. And we think about this is a big chance for us in this small, decentral Energiewende, because we don't have to think about the biggest use the EVOs for the bigger systems or smart grid. We actually think we are closer to the house, we are closer to the client. The Energiewende is a decentral system at every small house and part of houses or factories. And we are also very decentral because our cars are mobile and they're standing at the houses, the second car, the third car, whatever. So I think this is a big chance for us to give storage, including the car. And now look at small prices. So it's important. I can tell everything. I can tell a lot, much, in German much more. And this is the price, actually, on the right side. Nearly 20,000 our car costs. It's not so much expensive, like you heard before, electric cars costs, actually. Some others, maybe they are a little bit smarter, but this car has 4 wheels and that is enough for using. So 20,000 euro, including 12 kilowatt per hour storage, when we give it back to the grid, to the house. So the original price of the car plus the storage, the original price of the car is nearly 8,000 euro. actually. Maybe the prices are going down in the next years, like Tesla with this Powerwall. I think this is a chapter or a system. It works today, it works this year, maybe next year. Then we have to change our price of the car, sure. But 8,000 euros nearly for a car, including the storage, nearly in a system with 12 kilowatt per hours, make 20,000 euros for a car, including the storage and reusing it. And there are already systems. It is not only a storage in Germany in the future. Maybe someone is asking when we bring you that system out. The car is already able to. It's a serial system in our cars, like Nissan before. There are 4 cars actually they are able to. We want that. Everyone can do that. And the system works only if BMW or Tesla or other companies do that. But I think we have a little bit time for the system, because the other companies would change their mind maybe in 3, 4, or 5 years, because it's not this normal work of an automobile industry. It's a completely different system to talk to companies from the electricity part, to talk to the net systems, and to talk to companies with grid. It is completely different, and I hope you will think with me that this is a very big part for the future, but it's able to. And now these platforms here are perfect for that, because they come from Google, from Facebook, from Nissan, from Mitsubishi, from DriveNow. There are different companies coming together. I like that very much. This one is coming from Endesa. It's like E.ON. It's like the good bank or the bad bank from E.ON. It's Endesa, the Spanish electricity company, and they make a project with us, a vehicle to grid, is that called? Vehicle to grid, many cars to the grid, because my story is one house, but maybe many cars, like million cars we want in Germany, many cars, decentral, can make a bigger virtual system. And this is called the Endesa V2G, the vehicle to grid system, to come into a house. We cannot come into a house, we can only drive in a garage, but we need this bidirectional loading station with an energy management system, a home energy management system, to come into that. And some small, maybe Mark from Nissan told you before, there are some 2 other systems we are interested in that. This story was a house to use their own electricity, to use more of their own electricity, to getting from the grid, but maybe we can give them some electricity back to the grid in a factory grid. If you use 5 cars or 10 cars, and to shave the balance of this energy management system, to shave the peaks, because every factory has some or one peak, and you pay the price for the peak the whole month. Why do we need the cars, or why don't we need the cars? Put them into the grid, use 5 cars, 10 cars, to use a bigger system, and to reduce the peak, and to shave this whole system. And we started with a project with 5 cars, and sorry that I can't tell you actually the results of that project, because it's still working, and we're waiting for maybe next year or in a half year, I hope, or at the IAA we can tell more, because that is very interesting to load the cars. Then when you don't have the peak, you only give electricity back to the system when you have that peak, and you can use a normal fleet system, a management system, to be clear that the cars are in the grid and in your net. And this is a bigger project. It's in Amsterdam. This is one of the biggest smart city projects. Smart is everyone known name, but this is our part of our project with Endesa and with Kofelei, to make a system of many cars, to make this is a difficult word, to make an app system, to make a communication to the cars, how many cars are in the grid, how many cars are actually driven in a car sharing system, and to communicate the renewable and volatile energies coming next hour, 2 hours and 3 hours, how many cars we have in that grid. Okay, we put it into the cars, and maybe sun is not shining anymore, or it's not so windy. We put the electricity back for a grid. And this is Amsterdam. Maybe you heard about this big Tesla project with so many taxis. Amsterdam is, in my opinion, one of the smartest cities actually in Europe, and one of the biggest cities in these overall thinking projects. And we changed the refrigerator. This is also possible to use electricity. If you look outside and go outside and want a cold drink after the last speech, I hope, we changed the refrigerator. You can use electricity everywhere you stay or everywhere you go, like for a refrigerator or other products. Be clever, be smart, and look which one you can use. This is only the refrigerator, and the electricity coming out from this box. You can see it outside, like till tomorrow, 8 o'clock, till the end of this day, and I'm standing there. You can use refrigerators or everything. This is another box. It's not a bidirectional box. It's only a discharging box. You can use in the forest, you can use outside, or for exhibitions like this. And this is, I want to bring you late at the day, unfortunately, but I want to bring you into an interconnected thinking, to combine building, living, also with mobile or mobility, and also with energy and electricity. And in this system of these three parts, I hope a bidirectional car, even from Mitsubishi or from Nissan or from others, is standing inside and is able to communicate with everyone. Thank you for your attention at that last hour of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Peter, because you're here for the whole day right now.
I come here.
Heard you listened to many of the speeches we had here, of the presentations. Any questions from you right now to what you heard? Yes. Just a second.
So today we heard from Heinz-Harald Frenzen already that the cost of the battery are very high. You mentioned the same right now. We learned at Mr. Duck's speech that, or he mentioned the hydrogen car. So do you see all this battery or the development in battery cars as an interim step towards, or before we launch globally fuel cell hydrogen cars? What I heard once is that we don't have the raw material. If everybody has a battery car, there is not enough raw material in the world for all that batteries. So is it just something we do right now to bridge until we come up with a really sustainable solution?
Yeah. I don't, our company don't like when I said that the plug-in hybrid is a bridge, because we want to sell this car. But I think every plug-in hybrid is a bridge into this next level, into the next system. I only can talk about Mitsubishi and say that we are not developing any hydrogen systems. We're concentrating on this battery theme or these battery systems, and we think that in 2 years, maybe 3 or 4 years, it's no problem to double the daily range, or to double such systems, and to give also the grid and to the bigger system or to the houses bigger batteries. In my opinion, I think this combination with Verlust, I don't know the word in English, to lose electricity is to be in the same system. With hydrogen solutions, you have to change the system every time, and you can use renewable energies in DC. You can DC go into the car, and to have to change from DC to AC. So it's not so much we lose of this completely electricity. In my opinion, this is the best system, but Toyota will tell you a completely different story. And this is difficult for the automobile industry. The Japanese or the Korean, and also in Silicon Valley, they do. They try and learn. And I think the German automobile industry has all systems already there, but they don't try it. And you have to try it in different ways and to see what in 10 years it's happening, I think.
Any other questions?
Not the answer you want.
Okay, my question is, you engage a lot in convincing the government officials to invest in electromobility. We have goals, we say in 2020, so on, but we discussed it before. Wouldn't it be better to make incentives with you or other companies or the OEM in general for electromobility to present cars like that? What's the problem in your opinion?
The problem is that the government, I think, don't want it actually in this completely system, and I don't think that they are able to oversee these difficult systems, because some of our companies, we can't talk because it's a different language with the energy companies. It's not our business, and to produce cars is not their business, and now we come together and have to talk together, and this is also the difficult or the problems in the government. They are in different ministries and they don't talk to each other in 3 different ministries. I think this is one of the biggest problems. Okay. And the lobbyism of an older energy is a little bit stronger than this one. And this is one of the biggest problems. And actually we have many other problems in Germany to get the Black Zero. And I think we know that Mr. Kauder talks to Mrs. Merkel, and she don't want to give us a tax or any system. And the Sonderabschreibung, the AFA, maybe 50% for the first year. It's not for everyone. It's only for some fleet companies and not for everyone. Some fleet companies buy, some do a leasing system, so it's also not for everyone. And I think after 2 or 3 years, the company gives back the cars in a bigger system. The client, the normal client, like we don't get this tax after 3 years.
Do you perhaps know how many cars, e-cars, are driven by governmental persons, by the government?
Oh yes, it's not so much. The government of Bayern says there is no safety car actually, and they said Audi and BMW are not safety enough for us. So this is a wrong word you ever can say. This is Bayern. I think it's nearly 1 or 5% of this. Of the fleet, complete fleet of this, yeah. Okay,
so we heard that you can use car as charging station. We saw, or I saw, the fridge outside, and it works perfectly. So, will we charge our home TV by our cars, or our, I don't know, e-bike by my car next year? In 5 years?
This system is a plan from us to bring out at the IAA in the middle of September.
Really?
So this is the plan. Okay, maybe we talk at the IAA, maybe you've seen us. This is our plan, because the cars, you can just check, the car is in series. The bidirectional system, this loading station, you can check, it's serious. But the home energy management system, and to come into a different house, so everyone, okay. Mr. Franzen has another home energy management system like a normal guy in Baden-Württemberg with a photovoltaic and with electric car, and to combine that in so many different decentral systems, this is a big problem for the protocols and the the protocols that are the problems.
But to load to charge my mobile phone, it's no problem.
No, it's no
Everything
problem. Everything like a refrigerator or other products like a handy. No, it's no problem. But we come in house. This is more important. This is only a step to tell the story. But we want to be a part of the system of this home energy management system.
Okay. When I think about e-mobility, the thing is, okay, will I find a charging station? How does it work? Will I have the time to charge it? When will we have the wireless charging system?
The wireless?
Yeah.
Like in inductive systems?
Like Bluetooth or whatever?
We already have, because maybe you use this loading system with RWE. You can use RWE. You can use an app to charge. You can use an app to get.
But then I need something to bring my car to, so that I do not have to go or just drive over something. To be charged.
Inductive systems.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. It's the same like everything. They are already here, the inductive systems. There is, and this is different to the conductive system. Japan is talking to Germany, or otherwise, Germany is talking to Japan. They are planning one worldwide system for inductive loading. So this is already there, and there's also a system in Japan. Since 1 year, they test inductive bidirectional.
That means?
That means you use bidirectional the car to load or to discharge in the house, I said, but not with a cable like outside, with an inductive plat.
Okay.
So this is also possible, but not in a normal system and a regulation. This is only the only part is to regulate how many electricity can you give in a difference of 80 centimeters or so. But it's already there. It's already there. It's only a regulation for that.
Okay. Thank you very much. Last chance for you to give us a question or to ask something. Nobody? Then thank you very much,
Peter.
Very much. See you later.